Welcome to this video on tax cases. Trusts that are charitable in nature get their income exempted under Section 11 of the Income Tax Act. In order to get the exemption, the trust should get registered under Section 12A of the Income Tax Act. One of the prerequisites is to carry on the activities to attain the charitable purpose of the trust. When a Commissioner of Income Tax Exemptions has to grant the registration under Section 12A, should the trust be performing a charitable activity? In that case, how can a new charitable trust get the registration when the activity is not yet started? This case law provides light in such cases. In this case, Supreme Court examines the provisions of Section 12AA and scope of powers of Principal Commissioner of Income Tax or Commissioner of Income Tax. A newly registered trust is entitled for registration under Section 12AA on the basis of its objects without any activity having been undertaken. Section 12AA pertains to the registration of the trust and not to assess of what a trust has actually done. The term activities in the provision includes proposed activities. Now in this background, let us examine and let us go through the discussions that took place in this case. A commissioner is bound to consider whether the objects of the trust are genuinely charitable in nature and whether the activities of the trust which the trust proposes to carry on are genuine in the sense that they are in line with the objects of the trust. Whereas the Supreme Court alternately in another case notes that the trust had not spent any amount of its income for charitable purposes, rules that this is a case of not carrying out the objects of the trust and not carrying on activities contrary to its object. Accordingly, directs the Commissioner of Income Tax to consider the issue by exercising powers under Section 12AA subsection 3, which normally talks about, say, rejection of the recognition of trust for charitable purposes. Here is some clarity on pre-recognition and post-recognition. Subsection 3 of Section 12AA provides that where a trust or an institution has been granted registration and subsequently the principal commissioner or commissioner is satisfied that the activities of such trust or institution are not genuine or are not being carried out in accordance with the objects of the trust or institution, as the case may be, he shall pass an order in writing cancelling the registration of such trust or institution. Let us look at the procedure for applying for exemption. The Supreme Court quoted Section 12AA. This section provides for registration of a trust. Such registration can be applied for by a trust which has been in existence for some time and also by a newly registered trust. There is no stipulation that the trust should have already been in existence and should have undertaken any activities before making the application for registration. For clarity, Section 12AA of the Act empowers the Principal Commissioner or the Commissioner of the Income Tax on receipt of an application for registration of a trust to call for such documents as may be necessary to satisfy himself about the genuineness of activities of the trust or institution. He can make inquiries in that behalf. It empowers the Commissioner to thereupon register the trust if he is satisfied about the objects of the trust or institution and genuineness of its activities. In the present case, the trust was formed as a society on 30th May 2008 and it applied for registration on 10th July 2008, that is within a period of about 2 months. So in this case, no activities had been undertaken by the respondent trust before the application was made. The Commissioner rejected the application on the sole ground that Since no activities have been undertaken by the trust, it was not possible to register it, presumably because it was not possible to be satisfied about whether the activities of the trust are genuine. The Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, Delhi, reversed the orders of the Commissioner. The Revenue Department approached the High Court by way of filing an appeal. The High Court upheld the order of the tribunal and came to the conclusion that in case of a newly registered trust, even though there was no activities, it was possible to consider whether the trust can be registered under section 12AA of the Act. Hence, this judgment was assailed before the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court observed section 12AA undoubtedly requires the Commissioner to satisfy himself about the objects of the trust or institution and genuineness of its activities and grant a registration only if he is so satisfied. The said section requires the Commissioner to be so satisfied in order to ensure that the object of the trust and its activities are charitable, since the consequence of such registration is that the trust is entitled to claim benefits under sections 11 and 12 of the Act. In other words, if it appears that the objects of the trust and its activities are not genuine, that is to say, not charitable, the Commissioner is entitled to refuse and in fact bound to refuse such registration. It was argued before the Supreme Court that the Commissioner is required to be satisfied about two things. Firstly, that the objects of the trust, and secondly, its activities are genuine. If there have been no activities undertaken by the trust, then the Commissioner cannot assess whether such activities are genuine, and therefore the Commissioner is bound to refuse the registration of such a trust. Now let us see what the Supreme Court had to say. Supreme Court gave an anxious consideration to the views put forth by the DR, but refrained to agree with the views. The purpose of section 12AA of the Act is to enable registration only of such trust or institution whose objects and activities are genuine. Since section 12AA pertains to the registration of the trust and not to assess of what a trust has actually done, Supreme Court said we are of the view that the term activities in the provision includes proposed activities. The Commissioner of Income Tax has the powers to cancel the registration under section 12AA subsection 3 on a finding that the activities conducted by the trust are not genuine and not as per the objects of the trust. Hence, Supreme Court therefore finds that the view of the Delhi High Court in the impugned judgment is correct and liable to be upheld. Thank you for a patient hearing. In order to get more such videos, kindly subscribe this channel and click on bell button to receive new videos in real time. Please like the video in order to encourage to make more such videos.